Defense Secretary Leon Panetta says the U.S. is facing an attack, a threat equivalent to 9/11 that will be carried out by computer. He described a cyber Pearl Harbor in which hackers could take over computers that control a transportation system or utility with deadly consequences. David Martin has the story.
U.S. officials say a cyber attack against Aramco, the world's largest oil producer, has been traced to hackers inside Iran. Another volley in an increasingly high-stakes war going on in cyberspace. And Defense Secretary Panetta warns potential enemies, including Iran, are developing the capability to launch devastating attacks.
The collective result of these kinds of attacks could be a cyber Pearl Harbor, an attack that would cause physical destruction and the loss of life. An attack that would paralyze and shock the nation and create a new profound sense of vulnerability.
Iran does not have that kind of capability yet, but U.S. officials say several recent cyber attacks have been traced to hackers inside Iran. Panetta stopped short of blaming Iran, but in a speech last night described the cyber attack against Aramco, which occurred 2 months ago.
More than 30,000 computers that it infected were rendered useless and had to be replaced.
The attack, using a virus called Shamoon, did not disrupt oil production. But a couple days later, Shamoon struck again, this time against the world's second largest producer of liquefied natural gas.
The Shamoon virus was probably the most destructive attack that the private sector has seen to date. These attacks mark a significant escalation of the cyber threat.
They could be in retaliation for cyber attacks against Iran's nuclear program. Also, recent attacks on the websites of American financial institutions, including Bank of America and J.P. Morgan Chase, could be Iran's way of fighting back against economic sanctions. The attacks overwhelmed the sites with emails denying service to legitimate customers. That would be a minor disruption compared to what would happen if, as in this test on an industrial turbine, hackers took over the computer controls of critical infrastructure.
Panetta also said the Pentagon has made significant advances in identifying where attacks are coming from, and he warned the U.S. is prepared to strike back. David Martin, CBS News, the Pentagon.